until we get, Todrick or Josh back, we're going to rely on our young guys. So besides Ben Lammers, nobody has really played significant key minutes, whether it's the freshmen or returning guys or anyone that we signed. So it's just going to be a grind for us. And I've said it many times before, this year is going to be very similar to last year, that it's going to be November, December could be just, it's going to be a little bit rocky, could be up and down, and then as we get towards ACC play, you'll really see us get better. That's what I believe. So the good news is we found a way to win. Look, it was an unorthodox 2 weeks for us. You're a week, and I'm not making zero excuses. I'm just saying you're a week in China, 13-hour time difference, and you come back, and it took us a little bit to adjust. And, just with everything, it's just, it was an unorthodox 2 weeks, and so it was good to get on the win. We found a way to win, which is positive, especially with all these young guys. We'll have to continue to play better, get better. The biggest issue today was our 19 turnovers. And we spent so much time on like three-man weave and valuing the ball, but versus UCLA we only had 11 turnovers, but today 19. We just don't have that margin for error to be able to do that. So as they had 25 points off of our turnovers. 14 assists on 20 made field goals, which is great, but we've got to take care of the ball. That's just who we are. We've got to value the ball.
They slow pressing guys in full forward in their possession. It seemed to kind of develop the worst of the Dutchers offense.
Yeah, part of it, they we and them try to probably grind it out a little bit, and with them some of their full court presses to keep them, try to maybe wear some clock. And it probably wore on Jose and Justin a little bit too, especially Jose. I mean, he played a lot of minutes, but and he did have 6 total rebounds, which is a great stat. But that's just who we're going to be. I mean, for right now, UCLA we held them to 63. This game we held them to 62. So we're going to be, until we can have better offensive firepower. The biggest thing is I really thought, man, we'd shoot the ball better from three. This year I think we're like 5 or 6 of 24 or something like that, 6 of 26. I guess we're 4 of 18 the first game versus UCLA, 1 of 8. So 5 of 20. 5 of 26. So Kurt, Jose, Brandon, we're a better shooting team than that. And now when we get Todrick and Josh back, whenever that may be, that will help. But in the short term, we've got to be a better shooting team than we were. Really proud of AD to stick those 2 free throws at the end there. That was a big thing.
And then you were a little bit surprised with that swings that.
Well, out of the timeout, we said, Ben, get the ball to Ben and don't pass it. Just let him foul you because they were going to foul you. And then he passed it. And you saw Ben, he's like, I'm sorry, coach, I forgot. But to AD's credit, he stayed after yesterday practice and made 100 free throws, which he did, and it paid off.
Coach, touching base on the 25 points off the 19 turnovers.
Yep.
How do you and your coaching staff really get you guys to make smarter decisions with the ball going forward?
All we've done the last 2 weeks is sureness drills, I call them, just being sure with the ball, pass and catch. A lot of we would be 2-0 if we did a better job of taking care of the ball in fast break opportunities. I mean, how many layups have we missed on fast break opportunities? The biggest thing in this game, we had 3 5-point swings that were not in our favor, ready just to kind of open it up, and then we would just make not a smart play. And so it's just going to come through experience. I mean, we're a very, very young team. I mean, like that team today is older. It's a senior-laden team. It's just, I don't care what you do. I mean, experience matters, and we're just young, and it's going to take us time, and it's only going to get through experience, and we got to keep watching a lot of film and tape and film and video, and just improve every day.
Jose played 39 minutes today. Can you expect to see those kind of minutes till you get Josh and Todrick back?
Probably, if he's playing well. And Justin didn't, he was in foul trouble early the first half, and he didn't have a good game today. He was 1 for 5, but he 0 assists, 4 turnovers. So obviously we're going to roll with Jose on that. And Jose's got to make his threes, but I think this is back-to-back games. He did 6 rebounds, which is a proud for doing that.
What are your thoughts about the defensive rebounding and on-ball defense?
Well, our goal is to hold a team under 40% from the field and under 30% from 3. So we did a good job. Field goal percentage, we held to 36%, but obviously they shot 42% from the 3, and so we didn't do a good job guarding the 3-point range. line. Part of it was our turnovers that led to that. Where, when we turn the ball over, our best offense is our defense. But when we turn the ball over, we don't get ourselves an opportunity to get our defense upset. And that's why I told our guys we're better off taking a shot clock violation and turning the sucker over so we can get set. We were one of the elite defensive teams in the country last year, and that's what we have to hang our hat on. And listen, Tab hit some. He did hit some great threes. And the kid, the little guard, there's one who hit the number one, hit a shot, a three, and Ben wasn't up on ball screen coverage. So we just got to keep getting better, Ken. And again, the 25 points off of our turnovers did not allow us to set our defense up, and we're better when we have an opportunity to set our defense up.
It seemed like they were getting some chances on the glass, offensive.
Yeah, well, they had 14 offensive rebounds and 12 second chance points off of those, and we got to be better on the glass. I went through it today. Kurt's got to be better for us. He had 0 rebounds. Evan Cole 0 rebounds. Justin Morrow in 1 defensive. We need more defensive rebounds from all of our guys. Even Ben Lammerts, he only had 4 defensive. He had 9 offensive, but 4 defensive. We need more defensive from him. Moses led us with 7. So, he obviously will continue to get better. But we'll improve, and we got a game on Wednesday, and hopefully continue to get better.
It's kind of weird to struggle with second chance points. You have a lot of offensive opportunities. Yeah, 5 points.
We've missed so many layups. Our 3-point shooting and our layup shooting. I brought a guy in especially for our layup shooting to talk to me and my staff about layups, and then I bought all this equipment trying to help us in our shooting. And so I don't know. It's been frustrating, but we'll get there. We've got to be able to make layups and convert, and we've got to be able to make some threes just to loosen things up for all of us.
Couple more questions for Coach.
Josh was in a sling today. Was that? I hadn't seen that.
It looks worse than it is. So it's just because it's more about the protection of the infection. Because his bone's fine, everything's fine with his finger, but the bone went through the skin, so it became an open wound. And when it happened versus Georgia State, so part of it is through that time there's an opportunity or possibility of getting an infection, and so that's what they're concerned of. They think there might be a little bit of an infection, so they just had to rewrap it and do what they needed to do to make sure that to protect it. So people have asked me when is he coming back. Obviously he's clear to come back versus Tennessee. Just with everything, it's just whether the skin heals. It's not the bone. It has nothing to do with the bone. The bone is healed. The bone's good to go. The bone could play. If he could play tomorrow if it wasn't. It's not the bone. It's the skin. Because he obviously can't play with an open wound.
So the sling is like kind of immobilizing the skin.
Yeah, because they really just, again, I'm not a doctor, but how they were explaining it to me, they just wanted to make sure that everything was airtight. So because of the openness and to avoid any infection, because they thought there was a little infection it got, so they had to re-clean it and then really wrap it up even tighter, just to make sure nothing got in there. Because it is, again, it's not a natural thing for a bone to go through the skin. So, but the good news, all that, is the bone's healed. Like, that's what's most, because things like that, it could be a whole year, type of deal. It's just a skin infection. So we're just at God's time and when that thing's going to heal, type deal. But as I've said, everybody, what's interesting, I even said this at ACC Media Day, and I've said it all summer, our entire key for our team will be, can those 3 guys remain healthy? That's our entire key for our team. And, whether it's health, whether it's injury or other, stuff, not having those 3, 2 of the 3 makes it hard, and that's where you're racing against time to get these other guys ready to play and ask them to produce. But if those 3 were in, and that's what I said, our entire key was those 3 guys being healthy. So they're not, so other guys have to step up. Bottom line.
Coach, Ben had 8 blocks today.
2 away from a triple-double.
2 away from a triple-double. With that being the case, going forward this year, are you going to hold him to that standard of being that rim protector that can accumulate?
Well, he was ACC Defensive Player of the Year, so we got to have him do the same thing this year. Yeah.
One more question for Coach.
Coach, what you know about Bethune coming in and were you surprised at the game that Tab had against you guys?
No, well, Tab was one of the leading three-point shot attempters last year in the country. Here's what I would tell you: we don't take anyone for granted, especially myself. Every game is hard. Winning is hard. I have great respect. Coach has done a good job with them. I know he's new and their team, and they're probably trying to feel themselves out as well too, because they got a lot of new guys, but they're older and they're going to be good as they continue to play. They're going to be, they're going to get better and better and better. But we knew it was going to be a tough game because of how they played and they had experience and we're young. So it was just one of those things where we had some chances to maybe pull away, but we didn't capitalize on that. And Coach does a really good job for him, and he's young, and I've been there in his shoes, and their team plays hard, and Tab can flat out. I mean, he had some threes that I don't think he was looking at the basket. You know what I mean? He just fired it, and that thing went in. So, but the 3-point shot is the equalizer or difference maker in this day and age. And you look around the country, everybody, there is no more juggernauts. Maybe in the top elite part of the schools, but everyone else, if you don't play well, there's a good chance you lose. And it's a direct result of that, what we did last year. As less talented as we were, we beat a lot of teams because we played harder, or we had great chemistry for that game.
Thank you.